Hey guys, how's it going? It's Alice. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing something that has been requested and long awaited. It is the how to get big ass wing liner sharp enough to cut a bitch. It takes a lot of practice, it takes a lot of figuring out what do you want your eyeliner to look like. Also, how do you achieve that with your eye shape? And also figuring out what products you're comfortable using. All of these things together can create a great eyeliner shape. I'm also going to show you how I do my lashes when I wear a big wing like this, because I do an angled lash techniques, which I think helps elevate the lashes and just make everything look like bigger and like lifted. You know, you want to make your eyes look lifted, especially if you got like the hooded, currently aging eyelids. I'm not like a super expert. This is just how I've been doing it, how it works for me, and I hope this video will be helpful for you guys to at least get a few little tidbits of info here and there. A lot of this stuff I cut out of my normal tutorials because it takes so long and it's so tedious that I'm not going to leave it in my tutorials for people who don't care about that. But this is the time and the place where we're going to learn how I do this wing and how I perfect it. Another thing that I wanted to mention before we even think about getting started, you guys, is practice makes perfect with this. I'm sure I've said it already. But one thing that really helped me, this is a face and body paint by Marin Makeup. I got this off Amazon, specifically this black one right here. You just add water and it turns into this really nice liquidy, very easy to use black paint that you can use to practice your eyeliner shapes. So I would just sit down and, you know, just practice using this on a bare face and just wipe it off, you know, do it again, try a little different kind of shape, different angle, different technique, easily just wash this off with water, and this way you can learn. Don't only practice when you have a full face of makeup on and you're heading to work later. Practice when you have a bare face. The reason why you wouldn't want to use this when you're actually going to do a full face of makeup is because it's not waterproof. It will wipe off or kind of start wearing away with like water moisture. So that was that. Without further ado, let's fucking jump into it. Alright guys, we're up close and personal and I forgot to turn the camera on, so all I did was I prepped my lids with this concealer here by e.l.f. Any concealer will do. I'm just going to show you kind of like my basic eyeshadow that I put down when I'm just going to be doing a really neutral basic big ass wing. We're doing the eyes first before any of the face makeup, and this is a strategic decision. If you are a beginner or if you're just unsure with eyeshadow or eyeliner, highly suggest doing your eyes first because you can easily clean up the side if your wing gets a little wonky, or if you get fallout, it's not going to ruin your foundation. If you need to wipe everything off and start over, at least you just did your eyes and you don't need to do your whole freaking face. So I'm going to grab a matte brownish neutrally palette. This is the Mattes palette by Profusion. I think this is like $5. If you just need a basic transition palette, I highly suggest this one. Profusion makes great transition shades. Like, it's kind of hard to fuck up neutrals and transitions, you know what I'm saying? Dust a light shade all over the lid. Next, we're going to want something in the crease. So let's do Zing right here, just so we get a little definition. When you have hooded eyes, it is important to have your transition shade not just in your crease. Blend it up a little higher to diminish the space, this kind of heavy space that's usually hanging down on your eyes. If you blend your transition shade upwards, it will make that space look less heavy. Alright, next step, pretty optional. Grab a light shade, this is Sugar, and put that here in the inner corner. The moment of truth, you're going to want to grab an eyeliner that you're comfortable with. I really like Urban Decay Perversion waterproof fine point eye pen. Yeah, really like this one. It is a flexible brush tip and it draws just absolutely beautifully. The other option that I like to do is a little combo, a gel pot eyeliner. This one's by Colourpop. It's the black one called Swerve, and Duraline, which I'm sure you guys have heard of before. It's a mixing medium by Inglot, and it's pretty affordable. I can't remember the price, but it's worth it. So the reason why you need Duraline, and you can't just use like, you know, water. I mean, no, water doesn't work. I've tried contact solutions. Supposedly that's a hack. It's total crap. I have a video on it if you want to watch it. Oils don't work because then they never dry down. So Duraline is this magical, amazing substance that makes the product liquidy, but then once it dries, it doesn't move. I don't know what it's made out of, but it's amazing. Now, let's move on to the hacking part. I'm gonna grab some Scotch tape. This is gonna really help if you're a beginner and you're not sure, you know, if you're not super good at drawing a straight line and all that. So this is another reason why it's good to not have any foundation, so we can stick this tape down and not risk ruining anything. Personally like my eyeliner to kind of go along the same line as my jaw and my contour, which is like your cheekbone. So straight line like that, boom, boom. And so that means the eyeliner is kind of gonna go in this direction. Before you put the tape on your eye, put it on the back of your hand and then peel it off, and that will reduce its stickiness so it doesn't hurt you. I like to just draw the line across my eye first, so that's what we're gonna do. You let the pen work for you. Don't go in like that. Go like that. That way, like, the side of the pen will start drawing for you. You could even just push the pen along, and it'll kind of create that line for you. So I start out at the inner corner with a slow sweeping motion. My eyes open. I'm looking at a mirror right here. There's a mirror right here. Tilt your head back, look down into the mirror. Once I get about this far, I need to close my eye just because the way that my eye wrinkles are. So I just close it and draw across like that. Okay, so we've got our line on our lash line and we have the tape to help guide us. But how do we do the top part of the wing? This is like one of the most important aspects of a wing. For hooded eyes, you gotta be kind of tricky with it. Look straight forward. Figure out how long you want your wing to be. You know, you can start back here, you can have it be really small. I kind of like to have mine pretty big, so I like go towards like where my eyebrow ends. And we're gonna draw, like literally draw a straight line. And now with your eye open, kind of start filling in this part. And now how do we get the top part to connect to this, right? Close your eye, draw it diagonally like that, and then fill it in. Let's peel off our tape and see the results. So that's a pretty good foundation. That's a pretty good start. The tape is not a miracle worker, so you're gonna need to do some finessing at the end here. So what would I do to fix this? It's not bad. Honestly, it's not bad. The tail needs work. Fill in any gaps. This kind of finessing towards the end is definitely going to be easier with practice. Once you kind of realize how you want your wing to look, you'll figure out what you need to fix. For now, I think this is pretty good. Looks good when the eyes are closed, looks good when the eye is open. Let's do the Duraline technique on the other eye, shall we? This is the kind of brush that I am going to opt for. I think this is a lip brush. Too small of a brush, and you're gonna have a hard time. You're gonna create a lot more work for yourself. A drop or two of Duraline into your product. Stir it around, and it helps to have something to kind of mix it around on, or flatten the brush on, because it can kind of get built up on the brush when you're mixing. So I just use the lid. You can use your hand. Just try and get it to a nice viscosity, something that looks like you'd be comfortable with using. Bada bing. Okay, now we're gonna draw across. Duraline makes the gel product a little less opaque, which is a slight downfall to that product, but it's not the end of the world. We have our line. Grab our tape, stick it on the back of our hand so it doesn't get too sticky. Gonna try to pop it down in the same kind of shape that we had our other one. And eyes open, looking forward and slightly down. As you can see with this brush, you can kind of cover a lot more ground a lot quicker, but it is slightly less precise. For perfecting and finessing, I would definitely not use this brush. It is too big. You're gonna need something smaller. There's that other one. I was looking for this, I couldn't find it. This type of brush would be great for gel products as well. Okay, so now both wings are done with pretty similar results. One of the things when it comes to winged eyeliner, it's never perfect the first time. The secret is patience, practice, and then just tweaking things to make them look symmetrical. So once you have one eye done and it looks great, you're gonna do the other eye. And then you notice, hey, maybe they don't look exactly the same. So now we need to try and make them look a little bit more similar. See how it looks like this is kind of dipping because my eyelid is kind of saggy? So what we need to do is curve it. We're gonna like make the line, not a straight line, but like kind of curved. Let this dry, do not look up, don't fuck around. Next up, unfortunately, just because of the way that my eyelids are shaped, when everything looks kind of great until like when my eyes are relaxed or when they're open. See what's happening right there? Looks a little wonky. We're gonna add a little shadow right there to kind of hide that. So you're gonna want to be gentle with this because we have to use a black. This is Noir from Anastasia from the Sultry palette. Any black will do, but make sure it's a decent black that blends nicely. So we got to dip in really gently, just get a little bit. If you use a lighter color, it's gonna lighten the liner. You're not gonna want that. So what I do is we're gonna pat it right where the liner meets the crease. Once you've kind of got it patted down, just gonna blend it back and forth and bring it down a little bit. Keep it close to the liner. So just adding a little bit of smokiness, just a little darkness to kind of hide that the skin is a little saggy over there. After that, I mean, you could get crazy. You could add glitter in the inner part. I do that a lot. It's really fun. If you messed up down here, you can easily take a makeup wipe and just, you know, get the shape that you want. I lucked out, did pretty good this time. Gonna grab a Zing, pop that here on the lower. Taking our black again on this really tiny little e.l.f. brush, and this is gonna be tucked right where the lower lash line meets the wing. Since we did our eyes first, it's gonna make cleaning up any of this like extra eyeshadow that we might not want to keep around or any fallout. It's gonna make it really easy to clean that up. I just use a towel. You could use a makeup wipe, get some makeup remover or micellar water. Why can't I pronounce that word? Okay, so now I want to show you guys how I do my lashes, specifically when I wear a big wing like this. And I think it really helps. I think it looks really cool. First step, we're going to curl our lashes. No mascara yet, just curl. Next up, mascara. I like using a waterproof. This one is by Urban Decay. Whatever mascara is not really important. Alright, now the kind of lash that I'm going to opt for today are these ones right here from KADABRA. These are D41. Nice big fluffy lash. I have a tutorial on how to apply fake lashes for when I don't have a wing, and it's just like a standard normal eyelash tutorial. I'll link that below if you're interested, but I do something a little different when I have a big wing. So carefully take the lash off of the plastic with the tweezers. You're gonna want to prepare the lash by cutting off the little excess piece at the front and the back. And then kind of hold it up and make sure that it's like the right length that you want. Sometimes with these big 3D fluffy lashes, you might need to trim them. Alright, glue time. If you're a beginner, I highly suggest getting a clear lash glue. Even though we have liner on, if you do black, you risk getting that black lash glue on your eyeshadow that you worked so hard on. This is just the Duo lash adhesive. It gets the job done, and it's available in the drugstore. You're going to want to wait until the lash glue starts to get a little tacky. Try to pop the inner corner down first, right up against your lash line. Towards the outer half of the lash, you're not going to stick it down on your natural lash line. You're going to stick it up a little bit so that it's like literally there's a gap in between your lash and the fake lash, but nobody's going to be able to see that because we have such a huge dark eyeliner. Voila. And what I love about the angled lash technique is, first of all, it's so easy because instead of having the lash need to curve around your eye, your rounded kind of eye, it's going like that. So you don't have to try and get that corner to stick down as much. It also, for hooded eyes especially, I just feel like it helps lift the whole thing. We're lifting. That's what we want to do. Sometimes really long eyelashes can kind of droop down there, and this just elevates, honey. Once the lash is secure, you can kind of squish to kind of melt your lashes with the fake ones. Don't squish too hard though. Now I want to show you how to fix a crucial problem that we just ran into with this lash. Lash looks great, but see how it kind of f***ed up my eyeliner right there a little bit? Sometimes like the skin can kind of just get pulled a little bit when you're gluing down the lash band. So just gonna fix that. This eye, my left eye, I feel like it's a little smaller than the right one. So I have to trim off a teensy bit from either the front or the end of the lash. I chose the end this time because the front is already nice and tapered, and I just feel like I'm gonna cut some off the end. Anyway, pop on our lash glue again. Once the lash glue is tacky, I hope you guys will be able to see a little better now. I'm holding a mirror right here, and I'm looking downward. It's the easiest way to see what you're doing. And for the left side, since I'm right-handed, I have to start a little differently. I'm starting by putting the outer end down. And so we're trying to make sure that the inner part of the lash is right up against your natural lash line. You see all that lash glue that just got all over the place? That would suck if it was black. Alright, so we've got the angled lash. You can kind of see, maybe if you look really, really closely, there's a little bit of space. And again, once the lash is secure, you can squish it together a little bit. Kind of fucked up my liner a little bit again, as you can see. So we're just going to grab the Urban Decay Perversion liner pen and even things out. And there you have it. There is my technique for winged eyeliner and angled lashes. I just really like this technique because I feel like it really makes my eyes look bigger, and it's all about that illusion. If you struggle the first few times, just know that I've been doing this for a couple years now, and it's taken a while to perfect it. So keep trying. You might need to tweak things here and there depending on your eye shape and just also the general look that you want to go for. But I hope this video was helpful for you guys. I hope you learned a thing or two. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. If there's any other basic techniques or like how-to, like specific how-to videos that you want me to do, Let me know in the comments, you know, contour, highlight, baking, foundation, like anything, brows, if you want a new brow routine video. I wouldn't mind doing a couple dedicated, specialized, technique-based videos if you're interested, so let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye! This is as close as we can get. A little bit more of, what happened to that palette that I was literally just using? It's gone. It's gone forever. It is literally gone forever. Oh no, it's right there. Hey, sweetie. You want to learn how to put on fake lashes?
Tell me how.